Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 231. Today what I'm doing is giving you my take on the Russian dip. A lot of times when we see or practice the Russian dip, it's to help us with the turnover for doing muscle-ups or bar muscle-ups, right? Now, when I set these up, I set them up just enough so that my body weight or my body width will be in between them, right? And what the goal is, if you guys don't know what a Russian dip is what we want to be able to do is to start up in a dip position. We want to be able to lay ourselves down. So we're going to lay our elbows down, right, to that position there, and then we can come, drive up, drive back to our hands, and come up to our dip, right? So it should look like that. Now, there's a couple of things that we want to do when we talk about this, about how we want our elbows to transition forward. I see a lot of people, when they try this, they can't get up because they get so stuck behind their hands. So what I want you to think about is when you get down to the bottom position where your forearms are flat, I want you to think about rolling your shoulders over top of your hands. And you see how simultaneously my elbow will come up? Boom, like that. And then we can just do our regular dip out. So what it should look like, again, is just coming straight up. We bring our shoulders over top of our hands, allow them to come backwards. Our hands will then transfer forward as our shoulders come over. Try not to get stuck behind it and try not to use a whole bunch of body weight to flip yourself over. Remember, we're using this to build shoulder strength into internal rotation, just like we would as we're pulling ourselves up into a dip. And it really strengthens the catch position of that dip. Now, what happens if you're one of those people that can't get into this Russian dip program? That's fine, because you're not there yet with strength as well. That's fine. The cool thing about using these boxes is that we can take a banded setting, okay? Now, the way they set up the band is you just squish it in between the boxes. The thing about this that I would caution you guys on is just make sure that when you do this that you have some type of pressure on the boxes. Sometimes we put 45s on top of this to squeeze them a little bit better. But as you can see, all I did was take a green band, and now I can stand right on it. It allows me to deload my body weight, right? So I come straight down, roll back like I normally would, come back over, come back up. One more time. To the forearms, back to the hands, drive. Forearms, back to the hands, drive. And then you can get better. As you get better at this and more proficient at this, all you're going to do is decrease the band setting. So try those, guys. Try those out. It's my take on a Russian dip. It really, really helps with the turnover when we talk about muscle-ups, and the catch portion of muscle-ups work really well for the shoulders. Be careful with them. Don't allow the elbow or don't allow the shoulder to dip forward. Make sure that those shoulders are still staying back and down. Guys, until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.